Hello, everybody. I wanted to welcome you and give you a quick way to do some specific research within the ABC CLIO database, World History, the Modern Era. The reason we're learning about this today, in the previous video, I gave you an overview of all of the databases that ABC CLIO has to offer. But I wanted to spend some time specifically showing you how to research a topic from beginning to end in the World History, the Modern Era database. That's one of the 4 social science databases that ABC CLIO has to offer. And the reason I selected it is simply because I teach world history right now, and I think it's a very fascinating topic. So I wanted to just at first, let's say we wanted to pick a topic from world history, and I think of a person from world history, a person that has had the most books written about him. And most folks would be surprised to learn that it is none other than Napoleon Bonaparte. So I'm going to be searching for Napoleon Bonaparte. And you will notice that when I search Napoleon Bonaparte and I just click on a basic search, you're going to get 219 results. So if you're a student looking for information about Napoleon, I could scroll down here and sky is the limit as far as there are statues, there are illustrations and photos of battles, and there are letters, and there's just so many different resources. I mean, scrolling down here, the information about Pius the Seventh, and all of these figures that are connected in some way to Napoleon. And you'll notice that there are a lot of results. The Battle of Waterloo, so on and so forth. So if this is too broad of, a search, because Napoleon, there's a lot of aspects to Napoleon's life that somebody might be looking, as a historian, looking to maybe write a paper about, or to find information about, or maybe further information. I'd like to point out the filters. So me personally, my favorite thing about Napoleon was the letters that he wrote to Josephine. I absolutely love them, and I subject these letters to my students every year. And I'll tell you what, high schoolers, they just they eat that stuff up. But all kidding aside, if you click on letters and narratives, then it's going to narrow it down, because there's so many different things out here related to Napoleon. If you wanted to get so specific that you only want to see his letters, then you can click here and you can check apply. And then we're going to see that we found 5 results, his letters to Josephine. And we could even sort them maybe by category, by title. I would recommend this if you had more results than just this. I think this is pretty simple, although it is not putting them in chronological order. And then down here is a letter, but it looks like Napoleon was not the writer of this particular letter. So I'm just going to click on this one from February 23rd. This is his letter to his soon-to-be first wife, Josephine, who he would marry on March 9th. So here is the letter, right? So you can find this letter and you can actually see how to cite the letter. Typically, ABC CLIO, for whatever reason, always uses MLA. I think mainly because high school teachers are requiring students to cite an MLA. But perhaps you want some other type of citation. So you could do Chicago or APA, just depending. And then there's an export to EasyBib, Noodle Tools, or RefWorks if that is something that you have your students do. And another thing too is that you can always save it. You can email or print it. And then here's another way to cite the source for Napoleon. So hopefully this was helpful. And I just wanted to show you the difference between, and we can always go back to these search results, but just to show you the difference in the type of sources that might be housed in world history, the modern era, and how you could get really narrow and very specific in what you're looking for, and how to find those. And then another quick tip before we go is that you can actually go back and you can clear a prior search, because maybe you did get too narrow and you want to look for something that's maybe a little more broad. Perhaps you want to just find specific articles about Napoleon. Then you can apply, and maybe you want to sort it by category. Then you can do that. And this is a good one if you were looking at a secondary source for Napoleon. Was he a revolutionary or was he a tyrant? So this is a good article for a student who might be writing about Napoleon's military conquests, or what made him such a strong leader, or was he not a strong leader? Was he a tyrant? So this would be a good one. And then the topic library on the left-hand side is important to look at too, because maybe specifically you want to look more into the Battle of Waterloo, and you can see that you can find some artwork and a little bit of information through this database that historians have put together for students. So that's always beneficial as well. All right. Well, I hope that was fun, and thank you for joining me and a little tour of ABC CLIO's World History, the Modern Era database. Thank you so much for listening.